Isaiah 43:2. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, and the flame shall not consume you. Sometimes in life, we go through a lot of difficult situations and circumstances one after another, and we really don't understand why and what's happening in our life. You know, my friends, sometimes God allows us to walk through the fire. He allows us to, feel the pain of losing someone we really love, and He allows us to feel the pain of illness, the pain of a betrayal by our friends and family members. And at that point of time, we really don't understand what's happening in us. All we can feel is pain after pain, and all we can see is broken pieces in our life, which seems like it can never be mended. But when we look into the book of Daniel chapter 3 verse 16, we find Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into a fiery furnace because they refused to worship an idol made with hands. The king threw them into the fire, but the fire could not burn them. The fire could not burn even their clothes. 3 of them were thrown into the fire, but King Nebuchadnezzar saw 4 people in the fire, and the 4th person was God Himself. It was the Spirit of the Lord walking with them in the midst of the fire. The fire could not burn them, but only the rope which was used to tie them was burned and loosed them. I think many of us can relate ourselves with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. It doesn't really mean that we are walking in the fire literally, but we can feel like we are walking in the fire when we go through hard times in life. Sometimes God allows us and lets us to walk in the flame because He wants to teach us to trust in Him and to rely on Him completely, knowing that without God we cannot do anything. Sometimes God also, He doesn't just come and solve our problem and fix our problem right away, but He allows us to walk in it. He lets other people throw us into the fire. But this fire is not to destroy us and is not to burn us. God allows us to walk through the fire. He allows us to face different kinds of storms in life so that He can step in the fire and sustain us and show us His power and show us what He can do. Sometimes our biggest storms can be a hope and an answer to someone's storms, to show them that God never abandons us, to show them that God walks with us in the fire. Daniel 3:17. Our God whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace. Sometimes your clearest view of God will be in the fire and trials of life. If you are also walking in the fire today, know that God is in control. Even when you feel like nothing is working or nothing is making sense, know that God is in control and He will see you and take care of you through this fire. And always remember that this fire is not to burn you or to destroy you, but to mold you and shape you and make you to become a better person and to show the power of God in your life.